Welcome to episode 2 of Seasonal Swigs and Sweets. I'm Amber.
I'm John, and today we are doing Oktoberfest Part 2.
Part 2.
So today we are reviewing the Flying Dog Dogtoberfest, which is a Marzen. That will be our seasonal beer for today.
And for our dessert, we are making German cream puffs, or as they call them, Windbeutel.
Alright, so this beer. Let's talk about the label first.
Okay, starting the label. So let's give you a nice close-up here. So there's the top there. And then this is the main. So they have fun sayings. You probably can't really read it, but we'll tell you more about it. So this label is super fun. I like Flying Dog. I feel like they don't take themselves too seriously. They have a really cool illustration on here of a bunch of two German dudes with a bunch of beer and a crazy dog with its tongue out, which is fun. And they have a quote on the side saying, "There is sauerkraut in my lederhosen." I repeat, there is sauerkraut in my lederhosen. So, I mean, that's a pretty fantastic label, I would say.
That's some good copy.
Yeah, I mean, who's the copywriter for this? And also, they have the artist, I believe, sign their artwork.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not sure. I don't know if they do that on all of them.
I wonder if it's a different artist for every
season.
Version.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've seen Flying Dog on the shelves before, and they're always fun. So, this would stand out, I think, on the shelves big time.
All right, so Flying Dog is out of Frederick, Maryland. And so this beer, it has a 5.6% ABV. It's a fall release, and this is a 30 IBU. If you guys remember, our Great Lakes Oktoberfest was 20 IBU, so that means this one's going to be about 10 whatever, more bitter.
Okay, I was going to ask for people who didn't know, what does IBU stand for?
IBU, as I understand it, is International Bittering Unit.
So this is more bitter?
The higher the IBU means the more bitter the beer is going to be. 30 that's not a bitter beer, though.
This is a 5.6 ABV.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Let's crack it open. There's the cap there, if you guys are interested. I think that's their standard Flying Dog cap.
Pretty much. Ooh. Let us smoke on that.
Alright. This looks a lot like the Great Lakes.
It does. Yeah, same coloring, same carbonation.
Maybe a tad darker. There's a better head on here. It's sort of an off-white head. It's not very creamy. It's not going to stick around. Again, this is a filtered beer, so you can see right through it.
There you go.
Looks good. Now, again, this is a lager. It's a Marzen, Oktoberfest style.
Now we're smelling the beer again.
Wow. It smells different than last week,
it
doesn't it?
Okay, so last week I got really strong, coffee taste. And smell, I didn't really get a whole lot of, nutty aroma. This is more fruity.
Yeah, this does smell fruitier, yeah.
Like a little bit of apricot, maybe? I could be wrong here.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty astute. Yeah, yes. Very good job.
All right, well, I'm gonna try.
I also smell a little alcohol in it, which I didn't smell in the last
time. Oh, yeah, it was pretty apparent, actually, when you first poured it. It was pretty unmistakable, so. Mm-hmm. Well, it definitely has more bitterness than the last one we did, for sure.
Hmm.
Thoughts?
So there's some stuff going on with this beer, I think.
Do we have an ingredient list or anything? What it was supposed to?
I don't think beers usually.
Well, not ingredient. I meant, because
like a flavor profile,
right? Sometimes you read hints of nutmeg and apricot and whatever else they decide to throw in it.
Well, it says that it is. It's made out of 100% German imported ingredients, and it will cut spice while pulling out sweetness. As in, if you pair this with spicy food, it would cut through it, make the spiciness more palatable. I think this would be pretty good with some spicy food. I think this has a fruitier taste than the last beer did.
Yeah, because the last one was overwhelmingly coffee for me on the first.
When you say coffee, you mean like it roasty, kind of like roasted malt?
Well, it tasted like coffee to me. Perhaps it was roasted malt. I'm not sure. But, yeah, this one is not so much of that.
It's smooth.
It's almost like, I'm almost getting a little hint of lemon. Am I off on that? Mm-hmm. I might be. Yeah. I think I liked the one from last week better, though, if I had to be honest.
Well, before we get to that, This is a good beer. I could drink several of these. It's slightly more heavy than Oktoberfest beers I've had in the past, but it's still very drinkable. I get a little heat from alcohol on the back end. I don't know why. This isn't a particularly alcoholic beer.
No. No, not at all.
Maybe it's a little thinner in the mouth. You know?
What do you mean by thinner in the mouth?
So like thinner as in it's more like a glass of milk than it is a milkshake.
Gotcha.
Probably a bad example because it's still a million times thinner than milk is.
Oh,
But
fun fact, by the way, I saw another thing on the label that is worth noting. There is a quote by Hunter S. Thompson that says, "Good people drink good beer." So
there you go.
Flying Dog seems like a pretty cool company. Pretty cool brewery.
All right, so yeah, I think this is a pretty complex beer. It's pretty tasty. I'm not sure I would like it with spicy food, to be completely honest with you. It feels
like it wouldn't really go with that much.
Something I get from this beer is sweetness. I think this is pretty sweet, which is kind of typical for Marzens, but
what does Marzen mean?
A Marzen is this kind of a lager, this kind of a German lager. We never gave the label a rating. What would you rate it?
Oh, I would give this a 5 out of 5, for sure. It has a lot of personality, fun colors, cool quotes.
All right, now, so the taste of the beer. What would we rate it?
See, I don't like this one as much as last week's. So I think last week I gave Oktoberfest, a 3 out of 5? Mm-hmm. We'll give this a 2.5 out of 5 for me. And you apparently liked it a lot.
Yeah, as you can see, I killed it.
I did not.
I would give this beer a 3 out of 5. It kind of has this sort of floral fruity.
It's like too much.
It has this floral fruity aroma that I just don't prefer in my beer. I like my beer a little bit more bitter and a little bit more hoppy than this.
So does it taste citrusy to you a little bit?
It does a little bit, yeah.
On the aftertaste.
Something along the lines of a Blue Moon, though not as strong as that. See, I'd give this 3 out of 5 for the style. I would also give it a 3. I would say it's about. I'd say you'd probably find Oktoberfest beers that are better than this one. But it's still pretty good. If you had it at your party, I would drink it if I was invited.
I'm curious about their other beers. Based on the label alone, I'd probably try a couple others. Just saying.
So why did we pick this particular beer?
Because of the label.
Well, there you go.
Of course. So that's our take on the beer. And now on to the dessert.
On to the desserts. Okay. And we're back. So...
this was a stressful part of our program.
It seemed like our heart was not in the first part.
It's because we've had a trying evening making these cream puffs.
All right, so we will link in the description the recipe for these cream puffs.
But the recipe is not super clear.
It is less than helpful.
I mean, and she just says, it might be a he
or she.
We aren't sure.
Here's what they look like.
They turned out pretty on top.
Right, so they look real nice.
Let me just hold them up.
Yeah.
Look at that cream.
Yeah.
We whipped it ourselves.
So the dough for the puff part is easy enough to make.
Yeah.
It is eggs, flour, butter, water.
No problems with that.
That was fine.
So easy.
Our problem is the instructions said to put the dough onto a buttered and floured pan. Well, when we did that...
Don't do that.
The flour ended up burning onto the pan.
Like bad. Like smoke billowing through my small kitchen in my apartment.
So we do not recommend that you add flour to this.
No. If you're gonna just grease the pan, do it just with butter, do it with spray. Ditch the flour, you don't need it. Most of you
who are listening are probably like, well, duh, but we didn't know that. Sue us.
I mean, who... I don't even know why they suggested this, but it was horrifying.
So anyway, it's a little bit of a confusing recipe.
Right.
The times are all subjective.
Oh yeah, okay. So it says to bake it between 10 minutes and 45. So have fun guessing, I guess. We were like, 45 should be fine, and then it starts smoking after 2 minutes, and we're like, oh my god.
The temperature of the oven also, it says 410 to 430.
Big jump.
Big jump. We did 410.
Yeah, and we baked it for
20 minutes, 25 minutes, about 25
Oh, was it?
minutes.
It was that long?
Mm-hmm.
They puffed up really nice, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
honestly,
actually, they came out looking pretty
besides
good.
the whole pan being completely black by the time we pulled it out, we're soaking it now.
Yeah.
So the bottom's a little burnt. But it actually does still taste good. And the cream was great. That was hard. We ended up using, I would suggest using a mixer if you have one, because whipping this much cream by hand is absolutely exhausting.
This is homemade whipped cream. It is delicious. Has a little bit of vanilla.
We already tried some, and it was really good.
It was stressful. We kind of had to.
Let's see, see that cream. It's beautiful.
Alright.
Cheers!
Pro tip. This is not something you eat on camera.
No. I think I still have some on me. Okay, we're good. Anyway, these turned out like really nice. For all the headache that it took to get there.
So several suggestions. 410 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Cook it for between 20 and 30 minutes. Watch them.
Don't put flour on there, whatever you do.
Also, the recipe has two options. One for more savory
like puffs. A savory puff. If you want to do like chicken salad, which we didn't realize was an option.
Yeah, so these puffs can be savory or sweet. You're going to want to use the sweet version, obviously, and and put some sugar in the batter. It doesn't explicitly say to, but that's what you should do. Are you alright? You know what? You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just come on, right now.
I mean, really, they're really good.
You're gonna eat it.
Yeah.
You're gonna stick it in your fat face and eat it.
You are.
Who are you kidding? You're not too good for this.
No.
Don't think you're too good for this right now.
So anyway,
that's Oktoberfest part 2.
Success on the cream puffs.
I guess.
Beer was okay, not my favorite. And that is all. That is all we have for you.
But seriously, you just make this few tips. These will be pretty good.
Yeah, they will. For sure.
And you should probably put them in the freezer for a while, and they'll set up a little better, so they won't collapse on you like this. But we literally just made them.
Yeah.
So.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
And we'll be moving on to fall.
Yes, like pumpkin beers. Get ready.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.